debates, the recent controversies around his campaign, and the newest shakeup of his staff.
So your campaign has new leadership. Both Corey Lewandowski and Paul Manafort have left. How do you see the turnover? Do you think it matters to voters, or what's going on?
Well, I wanted to keep Paul as a chairman, but, you know, it was just something I felt we should do because that was really one event, if you think of it. But I ultimately decided, he's a good guy, but I ultimately decided I want to run the campaign the way I want to run the campaign. And, you know, we just had a poll come out, the Los Angeles Times, that has us 2 points ahead. We're very close in Ohio. We're right about even in Florida. I think we're doing very well. And don't forget, she's spending a fortune of money. And when people find out that she wants 550% more Syrian refugees to come pouring into our country, I think a lot of people are going to stop thinking about her. I think it's ridiculous. Frankly, with the email scandal, I don't even know how she's able to run.
It's because people don't pay that close attention. But anyway, let's get back to your campaign staff. When you're president, if you win, you're going to have to put together a staff, all right, of people to advise you and help you run the nation. Now you've turned over 2 guys in less than 6 months. Now, would it be fair to say your judgment about those 2 men wasn't good? Would that be unfair?
Well, in the meantime, in my company, I have people for many, many years, and I've done that. I just wanted to make this change. I felt very comfortable with the people that I have. I've liked them for a long time, and I wanted to make this change for a while, and I made it. You know, we have like 3 months to go, and I wanted to make sure that it was something that I wanted. And I like these people. I've always felt comfortable, and I decided to do it.
Now, the debate is going to be everything. You know that, right? The polls now, whether the LA Times has you ahead by 10 or 2, or you're behind 85, or what, it doesn't matter. The first debate is going to be the Super Bowl of debates, all right? So you and Hillary Clinton, all right? And everybody's going to be watching. Even the pinheads who don't watch will hear about it, and they'll see it on the Internet after the fact.
Right.
All right. You understand that this is make or break, right? The debate. It's make or break.
Well, I think it's going to be very important. I don't know if it's make or break, but I've done well in the debates. I had 17 people in the debates, and, you know, I'm the one that survived, and I've enjoyed the debating process. I never debated before professionally or as a politician because I was never a politician before. But we had 11 debates that I participated in, and according to everybody, I did very well.
All right. Now, are you going to call her Crooked Hillary during the debate? I mean, are you going to do that, or are you going to keep it at a issue-based?
Well, I'm not going to say what I'm going to be doing, but I'll be doing what I'll be doing, and she's going to do what she's going to do, and we'll see what happens.
But you must be preparing, right? I'm sure you got people in your organization that are preparing. You're preparing now. You're going to have stacks of research, and there's got to be ways in which to go. I'm just trying to get the tone and what you're, and of course that could change in 30 days. But the tone right now is, are you going to be the guy you were in the Republican? You know, boom, take no prisoners, or are you going to be a little bit more measured?
Well, I don't want to really say that. I'm not sure exactly which way I'm going to go, but I may be the way I was, and I may be a much different person. I can't tell you.
All right.
I don't think I'd tell you. You know what? If I knew, I don't think I'd tell you, frankly. But it'll be an interesting period of an hour and a half, I guess, it's scheduled for. And
I can't wait.
A pretty big audience, almost as big as the O'Reilly factor.
Well,
right?
you should have me moderate the debate. I mean, and then, I mean, it's gloves off.
I'll bet you'd be fair, too.
I would.
As a fair moderator.
I'd be absolutely fair to both of you, as I have been in this campaign so far. My job is to let the folks see you and Secretary Clinton as best I can put you in focus, not to push any agenda and not to do anything. And you know that. You get mad at me sometimes. But that's my job. Last question for you. They have said that this has been the worst 2 weeks of your campaign, all right? And now you have the new management, and now you're doing things a little bit differently. Do you feel that the last 2 weeks, beginning pretty much with the Muslim family, were the worst part of the campaign?
I don't think so. I mean, they'd ask me a question, I give them an answer. Like, for instance, when I said that President Obama was the founder of ISIS and he's going to get the MVP award next week, and then they say, well, Mr. Trump knows he wasn't the founder of ISIS. You know, they take it and they dice it up and chop it up. And it's very unfair. No, I don't think so. I think I've done very well. I think, frankly, the media, and you know this because you cover it all the time, in the history of politics, there's never been a more hostile media than to Donald Trump. So they'll take a perfectly good statement that I make, dice it up, chop it up, and then cover it for 3 days solid on some of the other networks.
You may be right about that.
Not too much.
You may be right about that.
I think we did very well, and I think the last week, and I think you've seen this, I think the last week has been the best week that I've ever had from the beginning, and that starts with the primaries. And most people have said that the last week,
because you're doing the speeches now, and you're not calling anybody names. But you always keep this in mind: the media did not like Chester Arthur very much. So I don't think it's at the level of you, but Chet got hammered a little bit. All right, Mr. Trump, as always, thank you for your time. We appreciate you being accessible, and we're hoping Hillary Clinton will come on The Factor as well.
Up next on this special